Please take note that my grandfather has been put into a very, very big coffin, and because the hole is too small, he cannot get into the grave. And we relatives are, to say the very least, feeling very uneasy. So please show your understanding and sympathy by allocating us another plot.
We're actually staging an adaptation of Kuo Pao Kun's The Coffin is Too Big for the Hole, and it's actually an adaptation such that instead of a monologue by a single actor, there are actually going to be 3 characters, and it kind of plays on how we live in a very wired world, and so it deals with technology, and a lot of the conversation that goes on between the characters sort of unfold through the way we communicate with each other. The themes are very similar to Kuo Pao Kun's original themes, but the context in which the play unfolds, it's kind of more updated, and it also doesn't just explore the experience of the individual with a bureaucracy, but rather I'm trying to explore the idea of how Singaporeans themselves reinforce sometimes the social norms and the pigeonholes in which we think is imposed upon us by, say, people in bureaucracy or people in government.
I'm really disappointed in you, that you, of all people, had to raise such a request. Of all the new generation undertakers, it had to be you. To ask a stupid question like this, you're well aware of our policy. Regardless of a person's status and condition, everyone is treated in exactly the same manner. You go there just about every day. Rows upon rows upon rows of graves, as far as your eye can see. Do you see any graves sitting on 2 plots? There's just no room for exception, you understand?
Platform 65 has its roots in an amateur theatre group called Singapore Playhouse London that was founded in 1998. And that mostly catered to Singaporean students in the UK that wanted a platform to explore drama, to explore theatre and stage their own productions, even if that wasn't an intended career path. Over time, Singapore Playhouse London has also discovered that there's a wider range of audiences and subject material that we can explore. So when I took over Singapore Playhouse London in 2008, we tried to move in that direction and start engaging non-student crowds, non-Singaporean material or non-Singaporean projects. And we realized that it's actually a gap that we can fill. So my 2 co-directors and I decided to incorporate Singapore Playhouse London and also to adopt a new name, Platform 65, in order to sort of reflect our broader aims, and that is basically to provide a platform for anyone to explore or enjoy literary, theatrical, as well as visual arts. We want to also move beyond the medium of theatre because that kind of limits the sort of things that you can do. So we are very interested in multidisciplinary collaborations. We're very interested in all kinds of subject matter. So even though we still stage productions, we also look to develop new writing. We also look to working on devised theatre. So one of our projects is ongoing development of a work by a Singaporean writer who also devised it. And that's actually Singaporean in origin, but it's very universal in terms of its themes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know really. After my grandfather's death, I always thought it would be pretty cool to get to choose my own coffin. Something like his. But then again,
Theatre Practice is having a Kuo Pao Kun Festival 2012 in honor of his 10th death anniversary. And when we decided to do The Coffin is Too Big for the Hole, we got in touch with them for permission to stage it. And we were also sort of, they also asked us if we wanted to be included in the program, because majority of the program, as far as I know, is taking place in Singapore. I'm not sure if they have any other international collaborators. I think they would have because of basically just the extent and influence of Kuo Pao Kun's work. But basically the idea is that we are included in the Kuo Pao Kun Festival 2012, and so even from thousands of miles away, we can still participate in a local theatre scene and together pay homage to the theatre pioneer.